What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, keep you, comfort you, and aid you in your growth and development as well as the healing stage of your life. Family, man, we have to grow up emotionally. I want to continue our series on the 22 major arcana cards in the tarot deck. And today we're going to look at the Hermit card. The Hermit card. And it's a trip because I talk about this card a lot. I just don't talk about this card. What am I saying? This card is, keywords for this card is soul searching, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, truth seeking, being alone, independence, inner guidance, meditation, consciousness. You know, I talk about these things a lot. And the trip is, we've got to grow up emotionally, you know, and we've got to learn how to go within ourselves, to get outside of, man, all the religious dogma that we've been programmed to believe, all the political garbage we've been programmed to believe. You know what I mean? And the only way that we're going to come to a place of peace, a place of joy, a place of complete happiness, of understanding who we are and why we're here, is we got to go within. You know, but we're so distracted and we're so fixated and focused on everything external. What's going on in the political world, what's going on in the religious circles, what's going on in the music industry, and all this other stuff. That's a great distraction that keeps you from having that joy, that peace, that true happiness, that keeps you from having that understanding of who you are and why you're here. See, those are deep and profound thoughts. You know, who are you? Why are you here? What are you supposed to do now that you're here? Where the heck are you going to go when you leave here? You know, these are deep thoughts. And you can't really have these types of thoughts and conversations with superficial people who ain't really put in the work. You know, they're going to tell you some offhand stupid stuff. Oh, you're going to go to heaven, you're going to go to hell. You know what I mean? And that's it. You know what I mean? That's it. And again, to each their own. But at some point, every single one of us need to grow up emotionally, grow up spiritually. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. There has to be more to life than just going to heaven. There has to be more to life than just going to hell. You know what I mean? We got to grow up and understand, man, wait, time out. And I've said this before, and I've triggered people and I've pissed people off. And again, it is what it is. If all God wanted you to do was go to heaven, God could have took your ass to heaven a long fucking time ago. If all God wanted to do was you go to heaven and you going to hell, man, he could just send your raggedy ass to hell and send your raggedy ass to heaven. But it's more to life than going to heaven and hell. That's some religious shit. And again, that's some shit that people use to control us, but we're stuck in the programming. We're stuck in the matrix. We won't think outside of the box. And again, it is what it is. To each their own. You know what I mean? To each their own. But at some point, it would be nice for them, or for those people that have those thoughts, that hold on to those beliefs, to grow the fuck up emotionally. To grow the fuck up spiritually. It's not about heaven or hell. It's about you understanding who the fuck you are. It's about you understanding why you're here. It's about you understanding why you keep going through what you keep going through. It's about you growing up and saying, okay, I need to learn the lessons so I could get out of this fucking classroom. You know what I mean? I need to learn the lessons so I could get beyond this bullshit right here. I need to learn the lessons so I could get out of fucking first grade. I'm sick and tired of being with these other nappy head motherfuckers who ain't doing shit, digging in their nose and farting and pissing on themselves and all this other stupid shit. Because they don't know no better. We have to grow up. And growing up isn't easy. Because, again, Growing up, you got to do that on your own. You got to go through that dark night of the soul on your own. You got to go through that stage of being alone, and y'all want to call it lonely or whatever it is you want to call it. You're going to have to go through that on your own. And what I mean by that, on your own, you may have people around you, but you're going to have to go through that on your own. You're going to have to dive deep within yourself and understand what the fuck is going on. You can have 1 million people around you, but can't nobody go within with you. Can't nobody dive deep into your subconscious thoughts and fears and insecurities with you. You're going to have to navigate that on your own. And it is what it is. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to get out of that darkened place? How bad do you want to get out of that hellish state? Most of us end up taking a pound and making that our house, making that home. We get comfortable there. We don't like it. We don't want to be there. But we get used to it. And we just stay there. Mad, bitter, angry, frustrating, jealous of other people, envious of other people. But we don't want to do the work to come up out the dungeon. We don't want to do the work to come up out the hellhole we find ourselves in. And so then we look at other people who have this peace and joy and happiness, who have mastered that or gone through that work, and man, they're now a beacon of hope, a beacon of love. We look at other people like that and, oh, you just act like you all that. You just act like you perfect. You're a fucking narcissist. And we have all this stupid shit to say about them. When the truth is, you just won't do the fucking work. And so instead of you doing the fucking work, you're going to complain about their fucking light being too bright. Instead of you doing the fucking work and complaining and fixing how dark your light is, the fact that your light ain't on, you can complain about their light. You're going to try to dim their light. That's emotional immaturity. That's spiritual immaturity. And it is what it is. We got to grow up. We got to understand that, man, ain't none of us got the ability to dim another person's light. You could hate on them all you want to. You could try to sabotage them all you want to. You could try to lie and destroy their character and their reputation all you want to. You cannot dim another person's light. And on top of that, you're the only one, the only person that can turn your light on. Nobody controls how bright or how dim your light is but you. I don't care how much money they have. I don't care how much quote unquote political power they have. Nobody can dim your light. And nobody can brighten your light but you. Go back to this card. You got to grow up. And the Hermit card isn't about being lonely. The Hermit card is about growing the fuck up emotionally, growing the fuck up spiritually. And saying, I'm tired, I'm done. I'm not playing the fucking games anymore. I'm not jumping through these fucking religious hoops anymore. I'm not jumping through these fucking political hoops anymore. I'm not playing the social games anymore. There's bigger and more important things for me to be focused on than all the distractions, than all the foolishness. There's bigger and more important things for me to be focused on than how much money I have, how many followers I have, what my title is, how I dress. There's more important things to be focused on. I gotta fix me. I gotta heal me. I gotta learn to be able to stand straight. Look at his back. Straight. He's not hunched over. He's not bowed down and, all feeble or any of that other shit. His back is erect, straight. There's a reason for that. Because when you know who you are, you can have confidence. When you know who you are, when you know the power that you have, when you know the authority that you have, there's humility there. There's meekness there. There's compassion there. When you really know who you are, you ain't got to be all out popping your collar, flexing and flossing and all this other stupid shit, trying to tell everybody who you are. We only do that stupid shit because we don't really know who we are. And we want people to perceive us as what we tell them that we are. Because we don't know any better. And so we talk about our money, we talk about our jobs, we talk about all this other stuff to make people think, oh man, you're a good person. Oh man, you're a smart person. Oh man, you're a religious person. Oh man, you're a spiritual person. I ain't got to tell nobody that shit. I ain't got to tell anybody that I meditate, how much I meditate. I ain't got to tell anybody that I spend time in nature. I ain't got to tell nobody that I have crystals and all that other stuff. When people take the time to get to know you, they know there's something different about you. They know that you don't do the same shit that they do. They know that you don't do the same shit like everybody else that they know do. You do stuff different. And you don't try to make them feel bad because you do stuff different. You don't try to belittle them and demonize them and all that other shit because their thoughts and beliefs are different from yours. Because they see that you've done the work. They're now coming to you and asking you, hey, what is it about you that makes you the way that you are? What is it that you believe? Because I believe da-da-da-da. And the truth is they know that what they believe ain't really fucking worked for them. But they're still stuck in the matrix. They're still stuck in the programming. They don't know to believe anything else. And so that's all they have. And so they hold on to that because they don't know any better. And so when they see you coming with your light, man, they're curious. Because there's something mystical about you. There's something magical about you. There's something powerful about you. And they can't put their finger on it. Because they haven't done the work to understand where that power comes from. They haven't done their work to understand what type of power you have. And to even understand how powerful you are. And so you have all the religious fanatics, oh, you're the devil, and you got the devil in you, and all this other stupid shit, because they don't know any fucking better. That's all they fucking know. And they think they're being super spiritual and deep, and all they're doing is showing you how fucking ignorant they really are. How clueless they really are. And it is what it is. Everybody ain't willing to do the work. Oh, the hermit. They'll dive into religion. They'll dive into politics. But they won't dive into themselves. Man, hope and pray that says something to encourage you, to inspire you, to even challenge your way of thinking. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.